Alright, well, I'll keep this short and sweet, but I wanted to take a look at Thinking About Your Thinking, the Redux, and then between myself and a few of my classmates. And I'm always curious to see at the end of a collection if I took away the same meanings as everyone else, or if I struggled in the same places. So going in and looking at my thoughts a few weeks removed now, and then comparing them to others' thoughts a few weeks removed is a lot of fun for me, and hopefully it'll be kind of insightful as far as where we're all at and if we all kind of went in the same direction. Specifically on this one, we were asked to identify an assignment that was useful or difficult, and on this one I talked about a couple, but I really kind of zeroed in on copyright conundrums. For me, that was very much a community-based activity, and I really enjoy that. That's one thing I kind of miss of this online experience as I'm doing all distance ed classes, is that I never really get to sit down and get to know my classmates face to face. We never get to bounce ideas off each other in a traditional sense. Now we've really bridged things as far as using the comments, but just to have that personal effect, to be able to pose questions and then get face-to-face answers, I really enjoyed. But it also was very broadening for me to kind of hear everyone, see everyone, as well as to see a different form of technology. So I went ahead and I pulled up Nina's. She also did the Thinking About Your Thinking Redux, and also, like me, found copyright conundrums to be the activity. Reading through her thoughts on this, I thought it was kind of funny that the part she didn't enjoy was hearing herself after the recording. I've been making a lot of screencast videos here recently, and I feel like I'm getting a little desensitized to it. I've never really liked my voice, but maybe it's not as nails on a chalkboardy to me now as it once was, but I totally sympathize there. Looking through here, I'm just going to see what other things popped out at me. I'd read it once, but as far as the fair use and copyright, it was a fun way to kind of get our questions answered. And then Nina says, if I could give advice for a future student about the assignment, I would do not wait too long to complete this assignment because it takes some thinking to complete. I'd agree with that, and not an issue I ran into. I started about a week early, but I could definitely see that if that was one that you waited and jumped into at the last moment, that would have been a tough one to get inside the date. Then I also pulled up Maureen's Thinking About Your Thinking Redux, and she went a little bit different direction than Nina and I. She thought that the Making Sense of Copyright assignment was where she learned a lot. And it's not that I didn't. That was a great introduction activity. I actually really enjoyed it, but she mentions in here that the checking on program, she would recommend that students in the future check on programs, which I've ran into that a lot this semester as I've tried to do different things and found that things aren't free or say they're free until you try to export or save. That is always frustrating. She also mentioned that she did not explore the topic as much as she should have, and so I went ahead and I pulled up her timeline just to kind of take a look, and I thought her timeline was adequate, but it does focus on the U.S. copyright. A lot of this is from that U.S. copyright website. I can't remember exactly which one it was now, but a lot of these are excerpts of important things through there. I did enjoy in this activity getting to pull up information from other other countries, other websites, and kind of compare contrast. But I found this completely useful, and I don't think that it was misused or not enough, but it would have been fun to dig more into the copyright. Overall, there's not a ton here that I can kind of compare and contrast our ideals, but it does look like, as far as our impacts from different assignments, especially between me and Nina, both having similar takeaways from the same assignment, that I'm kind of on track there, and that I'd say we both arrived at a similar location. As far as Marines and looking at the making sense of copyright, I feel like we all kind of ran into the same challenges there, and it's just a matter of how much time you had to spend. I'd say working, while I didn't do nearly as articulate or as pretty of a timeline, I incorporated more information. Marines may have been a lot more user-friendly, especially in a student or classroom setting. But overall fun. If I have the opportunity to do this again, probably look more at other assignments as well, or just wish that there was a little bit deeper thinking in these as far as what they took away specifically. But either way, a lot of fun. Thank you.